Well, I was 20 when I started in CrossReach as a cleaner, and over the years I've progressed right up to being a service manager. But to be a manager, you have to be able to take your staff with you all the way. They've got to be able to understand the skills that they need. You need to have loving skills, you have to have a lot of patience, you have to be kind, you have to listen. And these are strengths that I embed into my staff, and I think that's what makes us a much stronger team at South Beach House. I think CrossReach overall, the Christian side of it brings out a different person. A carer is a different person who believes in God and has God in their heart. And that shows when you're dealing with vulnerable people all the time.
We make a big difference in the lives of people who have misused alcohol or drug. They've taken them for a range of reasons, but over time and through use of drugs and alcohol, they've taken a real hold in their lives, and they've got trapped, it's pulled them down, and we're all about helping people rebuild their lives again after they've misused substances. So, a good example of that is Rainbow House. It's a 30-year history of supporting people to break free from drugs or alcohol, come in for a detox, engage in a programme of support. Staff will work with them to have their own individualised care plan. They'll make great changes in their lives. We'll involve families and support groups as much as we can to help them sustain recovery. And a great example of that is someone who's here today, nominated as one of our volunteers, is John. John also has a 30-year history. It's a 30-year history of using drugs. And just last December, he celebrated 1 year clear of drug misuse. He's now a volunteer in our services. He's enjoyed it so much, he wants to keep giving back. And that's why we nominated him today. So he was shortlisted as one of the volunteers of the year. So he's a great example of people who are changing their lives with CrossReach help.
For me, it's an absolute pleasure being here today and seeing the numbers of staff achieving awards. But that's a tiny proportion of the work that's done by our staff in CrossReach every year. Many people have achieved awards, but many of these people will also have worked overtime, and many of them sadly will also have been assaulted in their caring every day for service users in distress, and yet they come and they give us everything, and they make a real difference in the lives of people who are very vulnerable and need care at specific times for them.